How are y'all doing tonight? Let me. It has been so long since I have done a Kaynichole After Dark live. It has been so very long. So I hope all of y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are killing it out here and doing the damn thing. So we had our casting for Miami Swim tonight, and it was pretty decent. It was pretty good. I can't complain. Everybody did their thing. Everybody killed it. You and these piranhas, Spider Blonde 5. I don't know what that's about, but you definitely are always talking about the damn piranhas or whatever. So I don't know. Let me move this a little bit. So yeah, I have a change in my setup a little bit. I'll go back to my usual setup, but for right now, my camera and everything and my light are in a certain part of the house, so I just feel like keeping it like that. So that's how it's going to stay for right now. So I want to discuss moving mountains, okay? Because I had recently posted about men moving mountains for the woman that he loves. Now, do not get me wrong, okay? I feel that women need to move mountains for men too, okay? I feel like everybody needs to play their part when dating, okay? So what I mean by, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, because I have gotten a lot of pushback on certain things when I talk about them, right? So I have spoken about expectations and what people should want when they're going into a relationship, right? And for me, I believe that a man should move mountains because that is what I am going to do. And I do understand, right? They say to me or to anybody, right, that the expectations you have of yourself, you should not put them upon someone else. But I believe if you're evenly yoked, you're going to find someone that is similar to you in what they will do, right? At least that's how I feel. If you're evenly yoked with me, then you're going to do something similar to what I do, to show love language and everything like that. As far as like a fundamental understanding of another person, right? So I'll give y'all a very quick story time. So I was dating this guy one time, and he was dealing with some kind of crisis. I forget exactly what it was, but he needed me to be there for him. And basically, kind of be there on time, be there prompt. And I was at work. So it wasn't like I could just drop everything and be there. And like I said, he was my boyfriend, so he wasn't my husband. He wasn't my fiance. I didn't have any kids. So there was no real reason for me to leave work, So I was like trying to figure out how to get out of work, how to leave early so that I could be able to assist him. Now, I don't recommend this. And as I get older, I wouldn't do this because obviously it's a potential for me to get hurt. But I faked a fall, more or less. Like, I heard this person, coming from this particular area, and I knew that even if a person doesn't see a fall, they hear it, then they'll come up with their own assumptions. Because that's what people do. Like, if you don't see something but you hear something, you're going to make up your own theory in your own head. So what did I do? I was in the stairwell, right? So basically, being in the stairwell, I pretended to fall and hurt myself. So I did this, like, this elaborate kind of fall kind of thing, and it went so it made a lot of noise. Welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. So it made a lot of noise, and when they came into the hallway, they were like, "Oh my goodness, what happened? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I fell, I hurt myself. Oh my goodness, they're like, oh my goodness, you should go to the urgent care. We want to make sure, because of course nobody wants a work comp situation at the job." And like I said, I fell down the stairs. I pretended to fall down the stairs. So once I did that, I was able to get out of work. I was able to help my boyfriend, whatever his situation was. I went to urgent care so that I could have the note so I could go back to work, or whatever case might be. But that is and I told someone that, and they're like, "I don't encourage you hurting yourself," or stuff like that. Like, I understand, like, that was naive, that was juvenile, dumb shit, I probably would do something smarter or different now. But what my point is that I'm making, hey Shan, the point that I'm making is that I believe that both people should be moving mountains for each other. And what that looks like depends on the person. But when I say for a person to move mountains for me, when I ask for a person to move mountains, I'm basically asking that you make an effort to do things that might not necessarily be in your power always. Like, for instance, right, and I give an example, right, to the person I was talking to. Say my person has a presentation to do, or has to be at work, right, and I have something going on. Might have a doctor's appointment, might have anything, but I need them to be here, that they move mountains, that they do what they need to do to be there for me. So if that means play sick for your boss, if that means tell your boss you got into a car accident, you're doing what it needs to be done to be there for me. Because sometimes, and I just think that that's part of, like, sacrificing. That's moving a mountain for me. Other people might say that they need other things to move a mountain, but for me, moving a mountain is basically being there for me when I know that there might be an issue for you to be there for me. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, and the person told me I was wrong. They told me dead up and down, I was wrong for expecting that, looking for them to lie for me and everything like that. And I get it. Lying is a bad thing. I don't agree with people lying, especially within a relationship. But people, I justify it, and it might be wrong, but I feel like people use their kids all the time to get out of shit. Oh, I couldn't find a babysitter, or I couldn't do this because of my kids, or whatever. So people use children and husbands for excuses all the time. I don't see how I could be any different with that. So that is my 2 cents on that. So I just wanted to share that. I don't know what you guys, how y'all feel about it, or what y'all think about it. You can share down below, or, even talk about it when I repost this to my YouTube page, my Kaynichole After Dark page. But I feel like, it is necessary in your relationship to have to move mountains sometimes. And I don't think that people really acknowledge what sometimes you have to do for your spouse. Sometimes you're going to have to get your hands and feet dirty to be with the one that you love, to be able to be there for the one that you love, because it's not going to all be cookies and cream. I don't think that, sometimes you're asked hard things, and sometimes you may not have paid attention, you might have been caught up or whatever, and your person needs you to be there for you, needs you to be there for them. How do you show up? And sometimes the way that you show up is not being able to tell them, you know, not being able to tell your boss, like, really legitly what's going on. Like, oh, I forgot this, I need to be there for my wife. Like, no job is really going to be that understanding. So sometimes you have to make an excuse, sometimes you have to make a little white lie, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, to support your person, you know. Yes, I agree, you shouldn't do it for a boyfriend, but if you have the mindset that I had going in, which my mindset going in was that I'm dating for marriage. If I was dating just to date, then maybe I would be like, you know what, I'm not going to be with that person, or whatever case might be. But I date for marriage, so I am going to act like a wife during that point and period of time. So I know that everybody doesn't do that. I mean, a lot of people just date to date, or date around to see what's out here, and I'm really more focused than that, detail oriented than that. So that's what's going on. So I just wanted to come to y'all real quick, talk about moving mountains, and how, like, moving mountains is not necessarily a bad thing or a hard thing or anything that somebody should feel a way about. I feel like you should want to move mountains for the person that you love. That's just me. Thank you so much for the badge, Night Angel. Thank you. You're awesome as per usual. Yeah. So that's my quick thing on it. Also, just wanted to share, for those that don't know, it's my birthday month. My birthday is literally in 8 days. So, support me by promoting me, support me by Venmoing me, support me by feeding me, support me in any way that you can, because I appreciate it. And yeah. So on that note, I am going to bid you guys adieu. Thank you for tuning in for this quick impromptu Kaynichole After Dark, because I was again at the Miami swim shoot. That it was very good. It went well. It was very positive. I had no complaints with how everything was done. It was A1, you know. So yeah, but that is all. I'm going to wish you all a great night, sweet dreams, and above all, always keep your crown straight. Take care. Toodles.